Hey everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts on Sunday. Today I'm going to be talking about a documentary from 2007 called Very Young Girls. It's depressing. It's a really depressing documentary. It's one of those, very truthful ones. Of course, all are supposed to be truthful, but the subject matter of this one is depressing. It talks about how, well, specifically in this case, it was New York City, the average age for girls to enter into prostitution is 13 years old. And it documents several girls who are parts of the GEMS program, which is Girls Educational Mentoring Services. And that was started by Rachel Lloyd in, I believe, 1998. And it's showing her work with these girls because she herself was a victim of sex exploitation when she was a teenager. And so now she's helping these other girls get into the program and stay with the program. And so it follows girls who are just entering in, girls who have already progressed through it and are okay now. Not fully okay, but they're able to live a good life now. But one thing that I guess I kind of have a complaint about this film is that it doesn't really go into why the girls entered the life. Like, it says how they got into it. Most of them, it seems like they were approached, like just walking on down the street. One of them was 12 years old, and a car came up to her, asking her all these questions, telling her how good she looks. And these are men in their 30s and 40s picking up these 12 and 13-year-old girls. And then basically they kind of become a father figure or like a boyfriend to them. And these girls end up falling, or what they believe to be love, falling in love with these pimps. And they're so brainwashed and manipulated by them that they believe that they are owned by the pimp. They owe everything to the pimp because, they get food, they get clothes and everything, but they're workers and they're kids. And a lot of them, it seems like their parents just weren't there, or they didn't look for them. One girl, when she came back to her mom, it seems like the mom was just kind of like, yeah, well, serves you right. And another girl who was eventually found, her mother was looking for her for months, but no one helped her. Like, one prostitute came forward anonymously, and then when she went to the police with an address for her underage daughter where these people were holding her, the police did nothing. It's like they didn't even want to be bothered with it. It was just sickening. And there's another point in time when they went to the district attorney's office, and there was a group there of men who were caught, arrested for, johnning, basically, these underage girls. And in order to have their records wiped clean, they just had to basically sleep through this seminar and not get caught for 60 days. And then it's as though it never happened. And that's only because they were paying for it. If they didn't pay for it and they got caught, they would have to, be sex offenders for life. And it never delves into why those laws are like that, and it's ridiculous. So I think that would have been a good aspect to go into, but it doesn't really delve into any of that. It just talks about these particular girls and what their life was like when they were in the life, as they call it. And it's really sad. It's depressing. This is a really depressing documentary. Then again, I guess you can't really think of the brighter side of child prostitution, but it's really sad. It's sad. If you're having a really bad day, don't watch this. It'll make you really upset. It'll make you angry. But it's a good documentary. I just wish it could have gone more in depth than this. And the guys who picked up these underage girls, that was really disgusting. Their conduct was like beyond disgusting in that room. And another really sickening part of this was there were these two guys, Anthony and Chris Griffin, and they are pimps, and they videotaped a lot of their exploits with how they pick up these girls and then what they do with them, because they wanted to sell the tapes to get their own reality show. But thankfully, because of those tapes, it went against them when they both got convicted and are now serving time in prison. But it's a real eye-opener, because you hear about, child exploitation in other countries, but they never really talk about it in the US, and it's pretty prevalent. But also they don't talk about its prevalence in the US. That's another aspect that's lacking in this documentary. So it's really good, but it could have been better. So, now that I've brought you a cheery, title for the weekend, I hope you have a really good 4th of July for those of you who celebrate the 4th of July. Happy Canada Day. I hope you had a happy Canada Day for all the Canadians. And also every other country that's having an Independence Day this month. I guess people were just really, really rebellious during July. I hope you all have a great day, great week, great holidays. So I will see you all next time. Until then, bye-bye. Oh, and also, welcome LD Blaney. I hope you had a good first day. And thank you very much, Jim, for filling in on Tuesday. So, I will talk to you all later. I have to deal with laundry. See you.